Make sure everything comes up online. Yeah, we're good to go. We could give just a couple minutes for everybody to join in.
Right now, you're getting a lovely commercial of
God.
Post Malone.
Oh, good. What's he doing?
He's holding a Pokeball.
Can you walk me through it? Oh, he's holding the Pokeball. What's he doing with it?
He's getting ready. He just transformed into an avatar for the virtual concert with Post Malone.
Whoa. So we had a Pokeball, but no Pokemon.
No, you got to wait for the concert.
Uh-oh. This is a terrible thing to admit, but what does Post Malone do? What's his? Why is he popular?
He's a basketball player.
Like Karl Malone.
Exactly. No, he's a what do we call these guys? This new kind of hip hop. But he's a hip hop artist. He's very popular in Utah. He owns a home here up in Cottonwood Heights. He loves Utah, and will take pictures with fans at the 7-Eleven at 2 a.m.
Confused. Okay, and so he gets commercials for that.
No, he's a very famous musician, hip hop.
Okay.
He had a song in the Spider-Man soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
The Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay. Anything else I'd recognize, or?
Yeah, you might know a few of his songs. White Iverson, excuse me, is a popular song of his. He's got a bunch of hit songs. But when you look at him and you hear him, you think they're two different people.
Okay. Well, you know what? Enough said. I'll have to go check it out.
You will.
Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to ask. So we're going to play Greedy Goblins first. Greedy Goblins. Are you able to see everything on Twitch?
Yes, we are.
Awesome.
Yeah, we see your desktop right now.
Yep, I am.
Excellent. Oh, look how stretched I am. I like this.
You like that?
This weight loss thing you've got going for
No,
me.
that's the real. That's not a trick.
Yeah, I look pretty good.
You do.
I
Always.
thought the camera was supposed to add 10 pounds, not reduce 10 pounds.
Well, there's actually a tipping point. Once you get to be enough pounds, the inverse happens.
So you circled around.
I've come around the other side of that.
All right, my friends. Okay, so here we go. So welcome to the stream. If you're not a member of Roger and I's class at the University of Utah, we are playing some student games currently being worked on by the undergrad senior students. Roger, how long have they been working on these?
They have been working on these games since the end of August in 2020. So that makes it that many months.
Which is a few, right? So that's a two-semester project. And it's kind of nice today. We have the developers here with us in chat, actually in voice on Zoom. So, Greedy Goblins, would one of you mind telling us a little razor pitch about what we're about to play here?
Yes, let me actually pull up the razor pitch because we just re-edited it and I don't have it memorized.
Oh, wonderful. I'm looking forward to that.
Horrible.
And you'd say you're in beta right now, right?
Yes, I would say so.
Excellent. Yeah. And I think the better way to think about how long they've worked on this game is I would say that being that it's part-time and in school, I would say this is about 3 development runs worth of work so far.
Awesome.
Okay, so Greedy Goblin is a 3D looter scooter. Loot legendary artifacts and gold while solving puzzles and outwitting your foes. We had a stealth bit in that razor pitch before, but our game has become more of a kind of collect-a-thon adventure platformer type of game, puzzle platformer. So we had to edit that.
You got found out, so the stealth is gone, eh?
That is correct.
I love the name Looter Scooter. And just as a bit of housekeeping for any of the students watching this, when I show your games, if you want to include a little one-page or kind of a splash page image in the folder that you submit with your build, when we do play that on Twitch, I could click on that and show that off right now to kind of give people a visual look at your poster. But
Yeah, that's excellent. And remember to put all of your social media stuff in at the chat at the beginning and the end of the stream.
yeah, this is your chance to market yourself up. Okay, so we're gonna just start playing. So the way I play, this is my first time doing this co-host thing with Roger. I'm pretty excited.
Oh, I am more excited to be on stream with the Checkpoint Professor and the infamous Greedy Goblins.
They are there, and Greedy Goblins has been played on Twitch lately. That's quite a big deal.
Yeah, I heard that all sorts of famous people have played it, and they cried tears of joy at their experience.
So I'm pretty excited to play. So the way I play kind of like the think aloud method, where I just kind of blurt out whatever I'm thinking, whatever I'm trying to talk, whatever I'm going through. And so remember, it's not I can't even talk today, Roger. I apologize. It's not about what I say, but also about how I'm playing. So when you're watching me play, just think, is this the way you intended? How do you solve problems? Because I may not vocalize everything, but you can probably tell how I'm playing it. Roger, he is an OG at giving feedback, so he's just going to be constantly, delivering the hits.
Chiming in with all sorts of comments and critiques. You should definitely take them as gospel and not ignore them.
Okay, here we go. Greedy Goblins coming at you. We're going to allow access.
We
it's the right
suggest you play with a controller as well, if you haven't
Yeah.
plugged one in.
I'm all set. Okay, so here we go. We're going to play with the controller. I like this. Okay, so I can jump and do a little twirl here at the beginning. Oh, did I accidentally started the game. Hello, narrator. Hello, player. This is Luke Goblin.
Do we get a title screen, or does it jump right to there?
It jumps right to there for now.
Okay, let's get a temp title screen in there.
Okay.
Was that not a faux title? I guess it wasn't, was it? Okay, Goblin King. Who's that talking? I call the shots around here. Listen, ear thief. Humans will steal gold from you. Kill you if they get the chance to, so don't screw up.
I would zoom in on the face of the Goblin King for this, use his whole body shot somewhere else, and then for the talking bits, do a top third.
100%.
Great feedback. Once you've got them, get your green gob hob into a sprint and come back through the portal. Okay, so I need to go get the artifacts. I need to make it back to the portal. Don't waste even a second. 3 artifacts, thief, get moving. Okay.
What's the one gold that's floating around with the camera at the top? Is that a glitch or is that design?
That is our temper UI.
Ah, got it.
It'll
And then
make
it becomes a
sense.
timer. Got it. Or a collection
Yes.
counter.
Okay. This guy, he's cute. So I wouldn't mind like a little poof behind his feet.
Yes.
Little dust particles.
We're working on that.
The grass texture is looking so much better than the previous ones. It's really fun. So it's got that illustrative style to it. So it's pretty obvious where I need to go. You've got these coins directing me down. Obviously, I can't make it over this, but I'm going to try anyway because I'm always looking for cheese.
Right.
I love the cheese. Okay, and I can see. Look at that. I can get a peek of things to come. That's actually kind of nice. Okay, here we go. We're going to fall down the pit. Nice. Okay.
Reach all the gold, Gabe.
Did I miss the gold?
You did.
There's a little hole right there. I bet I can slip through it. I won't, though. I won't.
Brutal.
I won't.
So how many gold coins were in that tunnel?
There's 6. He got all of them.
Right, but you only saw yourself getting the first one, right?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah. It might be nice to adjust that camera so we get more translucency to get that
Yeah.
off of.
I actually
Catching.
wouldn't mind if that tunnel were like twice as big, personally, but
Yeah, I would agree with that because that big moment in the beginning of a game where it's like, brrrr,
yeah.
it's
Right.
super exciting.
So it's something like that with that hole. You could even have like some broken pieces of wall above it, just to kind of any kind of guiding line you can give the player to like go down would be helpful. This is nice. I like this little river. That's super pretty.
It also gets me excited because I know that I can pan for gold on the front side of that river because that S curve means it's all going to be dropped off there.
Whoa, death trap. Okay, what is okay? So that's interesting. The shape of these trees cause them to be translucent because part of them is above the player.
Hey, Gabe, go back down to those trees, will you? And like have your camera up like that. So they're really
These ones?
the little bushes. What are they doing? They're as you spin, they spin. Is that right?
Oh, they're cards? Billboards.
They're cards,
Oh,
but they're not
yes.
fixed in space, right?
That's correct. Yeah, are you talking about the like the
Bushes?
grass?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they are billboarding right now.
Okay.
Are you not fond of the billboards, Roger?
I like the billboards at this angle, but put your camera up.
Yeah, they go like basically.
Oh,
Paper Mario
snap.
When you go
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there may be a way to fix that. I'm not sure what.
Yeah. We are
Or make them
trying-
crosses, so they're like, you know,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a great idea.
that's the old school way of doing it, is to make them like that.
Right.
So I really want those coins.
Dude, get that coin, Gabe. Get those games.
So this okay. So this is one of the things I mentioned before. I think these walls should be twice as thick,
Thick. Yep, I was thinking the exact same thing.
And-
Very thin wall.
and the tops of these should be bigger. I know you can make it, right? So there's a difference between being able to make a jump and having it feel good. If you can barely make it, then you're cutting out half of your audience that maybe don't play as well, smaller kids or just bad gamers. See that? Can I double jump?
You cannot, but you can sprint jump.
Yeah.
And that's how you get that one as a sprint jump?
Yes, that's correct.
So usually, and then this is fine because maybe you've taught it before, but I would have like a little run and a jump for a sprint jump somewhere. Because that, once again, this is a pro move, right?
Right.
Right. And I don't mind the sprint jump, actually. I really like a sprint jump, but I do think that because this is so early and this is really your only second coin collection, that I would make this a fairly easy one.
Okay.
See,
And
now
then
I,
make another one that's more difficult, right?
Right.
So like this one, give them nice big fat platforms, make it easy to get on.
at the beginning for sure. See, and
Also,
I,
Gabe,
yeah.
press pause to get rid of that tooltip. We're fixing that in the future.
no
but
worries. So sprint jump, do I have to hold down, is this a hold down X and run, or is it just
Just
a,
hold down L2 or left trigger.
There's a busted table on the other side of the river that's actually the current tutorial for sprint jumping.
okay. So L2? Which one's that?
L2 or left trigger, which is the
Oh, left trigger, okay.
yes.
Oh, okay. That is, okay, so I can shoot through the coins, but landing in there is going to be very difficult.
It depends on
No!
your skill.
Roger, it's time for you to play.
Yeah.
This feels good. Look at this, Roger. Look at this. Oh, that's the sprint where you lose coins. And that is the...
Let's see it. Do a sprint for me. Oh, I
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
more.
Isn't that awesome?
That more, yeah.
That feels so good. That feels...
Radius like for coin collection. Like how close do you have to be to a coin to collect it?
It's
I-
pretty close, but we've been editing the hitbox, so it's bigger than it usually is. Because before it was pretty much a mesh collider, but now there's a box around it. But it could still be bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Okay,
Only there is-
here's what I want you guys to do.
And it's probably too late in the game, but if you can get that coin pull, is there a coin pull?
No,
There's not a coin pull.
Okay.
that's what I was just gonna say. If they kind of like pulled and went into the bag or popped out of the bag, oh, that would be like so slick.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like this. So I hold down the sprint button, even if I'm just standing here. I think it should be based on sprint and movement.
Yeah. And I actually think so. This is I really like this puzzle though. Oh, that is hilarious, right? But I really like this puzzle of a ramp using the sprint to get to the thing. But I wouldn't have an enemy there, and I would make them just run into it. And I would also list to get to this coin, you must use sprint jump and then get to it, right? So
That enemy's not normally there. That followed you from when you pulled him.
yeah.
Oh, this is dangerous.
But because it's not linear, that could happen, right? Where people
Right.
Yes, correct.
So one of the things with tutorial stuff is usually you just make it so they can't fail at it, and then work on making it interesting.
Right. Makes sense.
So now that I know how to sprint jump, now I want to ramp it and jump over everything.
Right? It's pretty good.
Like you, so right here, like you had coins just on top of that pillar. You should totally Mario that and like kind of breadcrumb them in the air for like ramping, like places you could run and jump.
Oh, that's actually genius, Gabe. Go back to your ramp that you just did. He's
Yep.
exactly right. If you go to that one that he just did, so The one that is
Yeah, the pillar.
locked over pillar, right?
Yep.
So, especially if it's
Woo! Look at that jump. Did you see that? Oh man.
But like if there's a breadcrumb of coins here over the river that you wouldn't know how to get, then they'll backtrack to get it. So like if it's this pillar jump thing, and then afterwards you teach them to do their ramp jump, they'll say, "Oh, that's how you get those coins I couldn't get," and go back and get it. That's a money moment.
See right here, this tipped over bench. I don't know if you even meant that to be a ramp, but it looks like I should poof. And now now it's shooting me straight for like this, which is on the ground, so I know you didn't intend it. But like, what are some like little basket areas? I know this isn't intended gameplay, but it just seems really fun to me.
Yeah, to put a big old pile of coins in the air up there that they have to ramp jump to.
And in fact, if you get like the 3 coins, it should accelerate you even further. We're changing your game. I'm sorry.
And he needs a laser.
Yes.
Okay, so
one of the things.
Do you see this? Do you see this? This is the perfect run and jump moment.
Yeah.
Like I should bash through that by running, accelerating, and jumping up through it.
So because you can recollect your coins, but your rate of losing coins is pretty fast for that dash run.
Yeah, I would slow it down.
And so either that or you have variables to tune, and this is where game design really comes in, right? So you say, look, if you're going to lose coins, either put more coins in the level so I don't feel bad about leaving some coins behind, like big piles of coins in the air or something. So that way if I have to jump over a crevasse to get these coins, I'm not going to lose coins to get there. It's a cost-benefit analysis, right?
Yep.
Or make it so when I collect coins I get 2, but when I'm running I only lose 1. There's some variables to adjust there.
Right.
See, these crates are great jumping up sizes. These are better. I think you made these ones bigger. So that was super fun jumping up through those boxes over there. I think this is the only spot in your game that you have that, and you could have like little, like what if up on the wall you had a section of bricks that you knew that you could bash through, and you knew you had to get a secret way. I don't know. I think this. I don't know. I'm having fun doing that. Okay, let's do this. All right, let's beat this.
Go kill an enemy, Gabe.
Can I kill them? I'm afraid of them.
No, dash into them.
Can you dash?
Come off, but you can't kill them any other way currently.
Dash, right? Everyone knows you can dash through enemies.
There might have been a lag, but I just did it. I just
boom
took care of him.
Booyakasha, see? Now you're a murdering gnome.
So he is violent. Okay, look at that. Look at these guys. Okay, I'll stop. Oh, I bounced over them. Come on. I'm gonna take you out. Ah. I'm having the hardest time. Whoa. Okay.
Dude, that dude's gonna wreck you.
Look at how fast I am. I'm awesome. These guys don't stand.
I really like that because you get that sense of scale with the enemies. They're clearly more dangerous than you because you have swords, but you have speed on your side, right? So that's nice.
So he's like a little juggernaut. It's because his gold. These guys are bad. Come on. I'm going to. I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't even gone for an artifact yet.
Right.
So the knights have a toon shader on them, is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Does the goblin as well?
The goblin does as well. So the knights and the goblin are the ones with the toon shader currently.
Because of the density
How is he still here?
on the knights and the more texture on the goblin, they don't look like they're in the same universe, right?
Okay. I can see that.
Levitation spells.
Get him.
About time. Oh, I didn't see the stairs down here. Okay, great. There you go, buddy. There you go. Oh, they're still hanging out down there. Not fair. I put a lot of work into that.
No, that one's gone. Oh, they are. They're just chilling.
You know
They
what?
don't take fall damage.
You know what? No. Okay, I almost went. Well, you know what? They're done. They're locked up.
Yeah, you've put them in the punishment zone.
Okay, let's proceed.
The gulag.
So these head blockers, head stumpers, what I call them, I hate something really bad. This is... So I don't know whether to go that way or this way. Kind of looks like I have to jump around that one. Yeah, Is this even the right way?
Up, dude, just jump up. Oh.
I think it's a sprint jump right there.
Yeah, that's this one. That needs
there's
to...
a block there that's not supposed to be there.
And that block's wider, so you can just jump up, right? Oh.
No, I can't jump up.
Well, this is where you live now.
If you need to restart, you can press select or the back button.
I never give up.
Okay.
Roger might.
Oh, I would.
Yeah, no, that block's not supposed to be there. The one you just bashed your head on.
Yeah.
And there is a merge error, I guess.
See, this looks like even this one. I guess maybe is that the one that wasn't supposed to be there?
I think it's the middle. Yeah, it's that middle.
Yeah, these sprint jumps are rough.
Think about a real obvious
Oh.
path. Like if there's this is a great chance to do a high and a low path. And the high path has just blocks that are
There's
quick.
a number of blocks that aren't supposed to be there.
Yeah, and the low path can have sprint jumps, where it's just
Right.
like jumping over chasms, and that one has coins on it.
Right.
I don't think I can make it up.
I think you can, Gabe.
No, it's not happening. What do I push? R?
It's the back button,
Okay.
or if that doesn't work, just press backspace on the keyboard.
All right. We can get back to where we are pretty fast.
I would also think about cheating and making your coin value 10,
Okay.
just because it gets more exciting when you're holding 180 coins.
We're actually thinking about making like bigger coins, smaller coins,
Yeah.
like variable sizes of coins that offer different values. So,
I like that idea, but if you make your coin value, like exactly, so if you ran, you lose 5 coins. Like here, if I click 10, but when I'm running, I only lose 5, then I'm motivated to run. But when it's one to 1, it's hard to judge that risk ratio.
absolutely.
Oh, did you hate those blocks? Get them, Gabe.
Let me get my coins back. The funnest part is running.
It's weird because a lot of people are discouraged to use their sprint because it costs gold. So even like during the Jaffe playtest, they didn't really want to sprint. They wanted to hold all their gold. And what happens there is that people don't get the fun of the sprinting. But at the same time, we're thinking about options, making the sprint unlimited. But when you're chased by an enemy, that is when it actually costs gold. So the goblin enters a state of stress, and then that's when your gold matters.
I think there's an easier way to solve it, which is you increase the value of the coins and you reduce the cost of the run.
Right.
So like for example, if I had 380 coins here,
Right.
but I'm only losing 1 when I'm running,
Right.
then I'm less stressed, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
And so you could increase those. I think that's actually a 2.
No, I went the wrong
So
freaking way.
whenever you run into a game design problem, the first thing you want to try to do is tune it to fix it. And then if you can't tune it to fix it, then you rework a new mechanic. But give a stab at tuning first.
Right.
Like if he had 1,900 coins here, what does he care if he's losing 5 or 1 when he runs,
Okay.
right?
Right.
I need you guys to put a little ramp here so I can barrel back up. I need it. Because now I made this... Well, I mean, I can just go below, so whatever.
Yeah.
So on top of that, Roger, I mean, they could also kind of go the Sonic approach, right? Where there's just a lot of little dangers that when you're going fast, they're harder to avoid, and you'll hit them every once in a while, but you have unlimited run power.
Yeah.
I think
But
I went...
think it's kind of on point, like especially if they do multiple denominations, if while you're running you're losing copper, so if they went to a copper, silver, gold mechanic, a 1, 5, 10, and they're collecting 10s are what you collect, but what you lose are 1s, and occasionally you see a big old pile of 5s.
People like to walk through doors.
Like I think players are okay with losing pennies when they're making Benjamins.
Definitely.
What about combos? Like, Roger, if you're using your speed boost and you're collecting one coin after another and it kind of builds up, like you get rewarded for being fast?
That could be good. So if you imagine, if you collect coins while running, you earn double. In fact, you could show that visually, like the coins are silver, but if you're running, they turn gold. But the minute you stop, they turn back to silver.
And you can chain...
Again, a big change to the game.
Yeah, it's a big change. So we're just ruining your game. Just don't listen to me.
No,
Don't.
I think tuning is especially this late in the semester where you're at in your dev. I wouldn't be introducing new mechanics at all. I would just say, oh, well, that's too bad. We got to live with it. Let's tune the numbers and tune the variables.
Yep. Yeah, listen.
But not introduce, like, and that's what a developer would tell you, right? Is you're at beta, you're looking at a ship soon, no new features. Let's just tune things to try and solve the problems we can.
Yep. Listen to
What if
Roger.
the game was multiplayer?
That's we've talked about that a lot.
Oh.
We're going
but,
to stop talking about that. I think the other thing that would be great about this game if it was in VR.
How about Loot Royale?
We've talked about that a lot. No.
Yeah. Every time you collect a coin, the world gets a little smaller.
Come on. Come on. This don't be afraid to space all this out and make him more reasonable jumps. Like the overhead stuff is just So what you could do, what I always say on this, they don't all have to be platforms. You can have platform ramp, and you can give a lot more headspace on the things. And it's actually more enjoyable to like jump, walk, rather than jump 180 degrees, jump 180 degrees, jump. That just
agreed. And I actually think that the overhead hang.
Look how fun this is.
Useful, but it's like salt, right? So you only need a little bit of it. So if you have like a series of 5 jumps, you only have one of them.
Here we go. We got it. Oop.
Booyakasha. All right, so like that moment there, that big ramp should have had a bunch of coins at the top.
Yep. Do you see how much air I got? This is like turning into Tony Hawk Goblin.
Yeah, like, and if that was just a big old pile of coins up there,
Right.
and a couple coins leading up the ramp.
Yeah, look at that.
You,
Oh, snap.
you look cute, Gabe. What does that mask do?
It makes me
So
like...
it's it will have mechanics added to it later, but currently we have our plans for it is that it scares away enemies. We have one of the artifacts working right now, and it's kind of a reverse situation where we don't have a visual representation for it, but we have the mechanics in.
It is so late in the game, it is okay if you decide to just make these cosmetic.
Yep.
Right.
No one's gonna cry. It'll be
Okay, so here is this next section, right?
Mhm.
Oh, I want a ramp.
How do you know it's the next section, Gabe?
I don't. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So the way you're going to know it's the next section is turn around. There should be a ramp there and a big old pile of coins hanging over the air.
That appears.
And so that way you're forced into it.
Am I supposed to jump down this, though? Is that the intended path?
Yes, for now it is.
Okay.
So great. So put a ramp there, big old pile of coins, and have them run and jump into the next area, and it'll feel delightful. Lead that player.
Yep, awesome. This game is now the running jumping game as well.
Wow, right.
I love how slow these humans are. They're so bad. Watch him swing at me. Watch. I'll just stay over there. Excuse me. Whoops, excuse me.
They're just
These-
security, Gabe. Go easy on it.
I kind of think these are too narrow. Wait, what did I... What? Ah!
Attention. I like it.
That was the first time I've had, like, something damage me.
Yeah, I think it makes the guards feel more deadly to be in a tight area with them. I do think hanging out on the red carpet, though, seems really deadly. Is that lava?
It's we're gonna place thorn bushes there.
Okay.
In those spots.
So if you had those in some other places beforehand that weren't, like, in the middle of the road that you didn't fall in, at least you would introduce them beforehand.
Yeah,
I am
show them to them and then spring it on them.
I am so lost.
Don't start with the spring it on them.
Hey, Roger, what would you think about, like, moving the camera up and out during this section?
Why don't you move the camera up and out? You have camera control.
I did, but not everyone will know that.
Mm.
And it keeps going down. Okay. See, this
Well,
feels...
I tell you what I would do is I would
feels
do the
nice.
run and jump where they land somewhere in the maze. And that way they get a little flyover of the maze when they get there.
Gotcha.
So rather than landing in that little field, they run and jump into the maze. And then also that idea of jumping into the maze is exciting, and they'll see that it's a maze.
Right, and you've got coins up there, so how do I get up there? I want to get up there now. And look at that! Look at those coins! I want those ones, they look delicious. Look at that human, man, he's just whatevs. I kind of love how bad these attacks are.
I think it's important during the pandemic to remind people that coins are not delicious and to wash your hands.
What if they're made of chocolate?
Oh, those are delicious.
It's almost...
Actually, they're not. They're usually terrible, right? They're usually like waxy and awful.
Yeah, well, that's true because they don't want them to melt, so they're mostly wax. Okay, this looks difficult. Oh, there's a ramp. Got a couple ramps.
Dropping pennies is the way to go. You collect gold, but you drop copper.
Right.
I don't know. I think Roger's hung up on the coin dropping. I think you tune it. It could all be the same thing. It's the quantity that gets dropped.
I do think it's the tuning too.
Well, this is not where I want to be. I don't think... So there's no... So here's my readability issue here. The maze... Typically in a maze, you think that like the center or there's some objective spot. I have no clue like where that might be. I'm guessing maybe those pillars. Unless I've...
It's going to be the four corners.
And there's some more pillars over there. So you could even put like a cone of light or something. So there's a treasure chest right there. Highlight that thing. Put a little beacon up above it. Like hold my hand a little bit. I need some help knowing where to go.
I would put those pillars up on a hill or something. And let me see that there's an area to get to and some big old pile of gold.
Okay, what is this? So here's a...
Yeah, you're kind of stingy with the gold.
What is this?
That is the secret of the maze. So you got to go to those four corners to unlock that secret, which is the artifact.
These four corners? Oh,
Like where those pillars are, basically.
Okay, so it's not obvious enough
What?
that something is missing here.
Right.
And so it's better if, for example, if that pillar is too tall and there's a treasure chest on top of it. And then as I do things, it lowers.
Right.
I was kind of hoping I'd be able to jump on it and get on top of the maze.
Can you go back to that maze, Gabe, or that pillar?
Yeah, I'm like over the maze at this point.
It would be okay to put a placard there that says something like 4 corners you need to make destiny proceed, right, or something to add a little something for the player.
Anything here, like
Map or something that has like X marking the spot on all.
Yeah, exactly. And a map with X marking the spot,
Right.
a little placard, a billboard, whatever you want to do.
some arrows.
Because what you've done is you've created a narrative moment. You're putting them on a quest,
Right.
but you're not bothered to explain the quest to them.
Right.
Yep.
So it's less of a puzzle. And the reason it's a puzzle, it's a quest and not a puzzle, is because of the amount of traversal involved.
Makes sense.
So we've got some readability issues. Okay, this is as far as we're going to be able to play today. This has been super fun though.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Since the last time I played it, guys, you've made some serious progress.
Put the socials back in the chat. Let me know where I can pre-order.
Oh, I haven't even been chat. I apologize, chat. I've been I've been stuck. I've been into the game, so I haven't been looking at chat at all. So I apologize.
Yeah, and if you don't use one of those companies to make plushies of this goblin, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, the goblin's super cute.
Especially with this hat. Like I freaking love this hat.
Okay, and seriously, I love it that you guys had reached out to other people to play. So this is great playtesting, especially during a pandemic. Is get other people to play it, get the recordings, and see where they get stuck. Listen to all the feedback, because to me, and Roger, you might agree, like you've got all the pieces to this puzzle now. You're kind of in the medium spot where all you have to do is tune numbers, move assets around, scale some of them wider or shorter. This is just tuning. Putting the coins up in those spots, like we mentioned, that is seriously 10 minutes of dev time and something that's easily deletable if it doesn't work. So try all of that stuff.
I could not agree with Gabe more, which is rare. But I would not be adding any features. Like I would not be adding the mechanics of the items. I would not be adding second coins. I would just be tuning numbers, adjusting variables, adjusting heights on things, and calling it good. Shipped and tight is better than full feature.
get a nice splash screen. This is your chance to like not add new features that you then have to question, tune, and test. Things that you know will help is things like the particle effects on the character. Honestly, I know you don't have it, but using the time to get those coins to go into the bag and out of the bag will have a greater impact than adding a feature to your game right now.
Okay.
Like
Great feedback.
visual fluff. Yep. So visual fluff, tuning, and adjusting. But great job. You guys should be really
I
proud.
also think on that helmet, because I love what you did with the ears sticking out of the eyes, I would make the nose hollow so it looks like you can see out of it.
Look, you can see right there.
Where can you see?
It may just wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, and there are holes in the nose. There's to the side. Okay, got it.
Can you know what? Here's what I do. Don't. I mean, it could kind of bobble up and down while he's walking. You know, it's like like yeah, loosen it. So like his eyes are visible every once in a while because it's kind of flicking up and down.
I think he should have one shorter ear.
Do it. These are the tiny little things, Roger, that separate like indie games from polished games. Because indie games only have enough time to work on the features, and then they have to ship the game. Like AAA games, they have the same features, but they spend times making the one ear shorter or the thing bobble up and down. I would focus as hard as you can on those things. Playtesting, adjusting the levels, moving stuff around. Don't add new features. Just make this freaking awesome, and it'll.
Done. Just
Yep.
tighten it up.
Yep.
But he's already got asymmetry because the bag over one shoulder. So flop an ear, earring, chop an ear, whatever you want to do.
Yep. All right. Great job.
Rockstar, I love it. I think it's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll
We appreciate
play
all
snot
the
out of this
feedback.
game. Good job. You should be proud of yourselves.
All right. I downloaded extras because I thought we might have time. I'm excited to play these other ones. I really want to play Presidium, and I apologize for misspelling the name, and Studs because it reminds me of Fall Guys. So if any of you are in the chat, feel free to drop your details as well. But we're going to play a little game called Shattered Slime next.
All right.
Is anybody here from Shattered?
Yeah,
Is it even possible to shatter slime?
There's a few ways if you want to get. So okay, never mind.
If you freeze it, it's no longer slime.
That's true. It isn't. But you can still shatter it.
So that would be like shattered ice.
It's metaphorical.
Yeah, but shattered ice doesn't sound nearly as good as shattered slime.
I love the mystery.
If
The mystery sells.
Roger, if you're frozen, are you still a Roger?
True.
But the slime is his material. Well, I guess it's true. If slime is a creature, it's a slime and not made of slime.
Boom! Yes, okay, that
Exactly.
solves the problem.
There we go.
We're getting into ontology here.
Little warning, it might be a little loud. Just a fair warning.
Hey, if it is too loud on Twitch, for those of you who are listening on Twitch and don't have it muted, tell me and I can adjust the volume inside OBS. Notoriously, I'll have people like an hour in saying, hey, I couldn't hear your guest, or...
You might want to adjust it for you so you can like hear, so it doesn't overshadow the talking.
Okay, I'll tweak my...
I don't know. I like Gabe shoutcasting though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to use water mixer to turn down Unity.
I can do that.
Currently, we're this sprint we're focusing on adding a new menu with all the bits, but we're working on
I'm
it,
looking forward to the new splash screen. We've seen this splash
Yeah.
screen for a long time. I can't wait to see the new revised, beautified splash screen.
Yeah.
I actually love that you have a splash screen, because when I talked earlier about having a one page to show off your game, a splash screen is a great way to do that. And I would love, I hear you have some amazing artists on your team. I would love to see some updated artwork here.
Yeah, me too. But you misspelled options. Just kidding.
Like,
To be honest, with my spelling, I wouldn't be surprised if we misspelled something.
me too. I'm the worst
It's okay. I have
speller.
the word therapeutic in the name of my lab, and I'm constantly misspelling it.
Ooh, I just read in the comments you have an itch page to play your game.
Yes, we do. We actually recently updated it.
Rock
now that we're moving
stars.
into beta, we have our beta build on there. We made a Twitter post about it, so we're really excited to get some feedback on that. And it's actually this build that you're about to play that we've posted.
Oh, sweet. I am super excited. So this is my first.
Live, huh?
It is.
It's public. That means I can play it anytime I want.
Exactly.
Yes.
You want to play Shattered Slime?
We'll do Twitch streams, 24-hour Shattered Slime Twitch stream. Okay. Very good. So let's hear the laser pitch.
All right, yeah. So you're a slime who can change its physical properties to solve puzzles, platform, and try not to get shattered.
Okay, enough said. That's all I need to know. Okay, controller or keyboard and mouse?
Not to get shattered.
Yeah.
Controller or please tell me controller.
So there is a controller options. We haven't done a second pass to it, so it should still be functional. But I haven't personally. I haven't played on the controller in a bit.
Okay, options button doesn't work.
Yeah, we don't have anything there yet.
Okay.
The UI only have keyboard and mouse setting, but I think we do have a pretty simple controller setup. I think you use the trigger to toggle the different state. So.
Yeah, this kind of game is built for controllers, so it'd be good.
Yeah, I'm a platform guy, and I do like my controllers, and I think most platform people do. So, no, I actually, you're not alone. I complain about all of my students, especially when I ask them what's the intended controller when you finish your game, and they'll say, well, controllers, but we're going to use keyboard and mouse the entire development cycle. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, for sure. We have someone working on controllers, and so he'll do a few passes, see how it goes.
No, you guys are awesome.
Those are hardcore.
Only if they're like the clicky mechanical keyboards. That's the rule. It has to be that. Okay, here we go. So I've got my keyboard in my lap. I think we're ready to go. And I hear I should prepare my ear holes. So we'll see what happens. Level 1, 2, or 3? What do you think, Roger?
Level 2.
Level 2. Should we really do level 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Unless they want you to do level 1.
Oh, I didn't ask.
These levels are in no particular order.
Oh, so I can wall jump? Okay, because I'm a slime. So I'm sticking to the wall, but I can't jump off of it. Okay, I'm going to read the instructions, actually. A and D to move, W or space to jump, J and K to change mouse. Okay. Yeah, this is screaming for a controller.
All right, so look at him on the ground. This is how gravity affects him. He splooshes out. Go grab that wall again. Why doesn't his bottom half sploosh to the wall? Why is there a gap there?
When he's grabbing onto the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just sort of idle.
His tail should slap against the wall.
Yeah, that's something we're looking to add is more animations for how the slime interacts with the environment. Yeah. So that's something we'll definitely consider.
Okay, it's weird to me, and maybe it'll make sense later, that you have a wall grab without a wall jump.
Yeah, that was something in the beginning we considered, but we decided against it, and the wall grab is still kind of just a byproduct.
Okay, so you should slide down. But even then, if you slide down, there's no reason to slide down if you can't jump off of it, right?
Exactly.
So what does the wall grab do?
Currently, not really anything. So it's something that we need to really cut, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more of a byproduct of the buff system that we have on the initial wall jumping mechanics. That just doesn't fit too well without that.
Whoa!
I'm not sure.
You know the rules. Just roll for the mechanics.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's true.
That was awesome.
All right.
Hold on, I'm turning. Is it the game too loud for you guys? It's too loud for me. I can't hear you guys talk, so I'm turning it down for a second. Okay, so I think this water thing's cool, and you said they're in no particular order, so typically I would say I probably learned something in number 1 how to do this, but this is like a trial and error exercise for me.
In level 1, it is definitely more obvious, a bit more of a tutorial.
Okay.
But yeah, normally people.
So wait,
just,
so what's the? Oh, so the water propels you up if you're in the balloon mode. Is that what it is?
Yeah, similar to how if you put a balloon underwater, it'll
Yeah.
shoot back up. So it's like you drop a rock and then it turns into a balloon and then go up.
And then if he did it in the normal area, he would just float up.
He stays on the bottom, but he's able to move in water and in rock form or in heavy state rather. It becomes a little harder to move underwater.
So question, why have the water when this... So the fan does the exact same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this reads... Like, I know exactly what's going to happen without having to be taught anything. I'm just saying, if instead of the water you had just 2 fans... So I would just ask the question is, what does the water get you? If there's something that I have to use... Like, if there was a section where I had to use, like, my weight to actually take me to the bottom of the water, and then I pop out of something, that would make sense. But I think it's a cool idea, and balloons do pop out of the water, but it wouldn't, like, if we're talking about what it really happens in real life, it doesn't send the balloon up like a fan would, right? I'm just throwing that out there.
No, yeah, for sure. In the first level, there is some of that sort of where you have to manage your weight while underwater. In this level, I believe it's more just platforming.
Are there any, like, little pieces of slime you pick up?
Though, when you have 2 things that do the same thing. So like if you pop out of the water a little bit, but then you rest. So like if you're in the water, it shoots you up, say 4x body height, but then you slowly descend down and float on it. The player will understand it. But if it does the same mechanic as the fan, it's going to be tough for the player to get why. It's going to confuse the player a little bit.
Okay.
Also, are you going to animate that fan?
Yeah, for sure. We're doing at this point we're doing second passes on a lot of things, including the fan. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not just that, but not just animation, but we're also having a new model with it to do well with the new art style.
Okay, great.
Okay, so right here with this is the block jump, Roger, and you'll see this in a second. But that's about the jump height. This makes sense for the block. It's a very short height. You can see it goes about to the top line of that bottom square. So then I'm going to show you, like, this is my regular jump height.
Yeah.
So I can almost reach that line of the next box.
Yeah.
And then this is the balloon jump height.
Or the slime jump height.
Well, this is the balloon, right?
Well, that's the balloon.
Yeah. So I get that I float with the balloon, but I think it seems like it should jump a lot higher than it does, but I'm not sure.
It doesn't jump barely any higher than the slime.
Right. And now I'm curious, like, do I have to go back down? So I jump, so something like this, it feels like I now have to go all the way down here and time it to get back up there. If that's the intended path, it seems, I guess, seems weird. Do you have pickups or coins?
No, we do not.
Okay, this is screaming for breadcrumbs to lead me around so I know what to do.
Gotcha.
And they could be little pieces of slime, you know? They could be anything. I've seen games where the coins and the slime do absolutely nothing except for a counter where you're counting them, but they draw the player around because humans like money and they want to collect things.
And so you have an idle animation in the slime state, but not in the balloon or block state. Is that right?
Yeah, not really. Yeah, not really.
Will we be getting those?
Yeah, we're looking to do a bunch of different animations.
Okay.
For
Like,
sure.
see where the slime is in the air when it does its air jump? Or the balloon is in the air? Those things should have a little shimmer wiggle to them too, because again, it's slime, right? So this character should never be static,
Yeah.
right? Especially because you taught us that with the idle animation, right? So like when he's in balloon idle or he's in the air,
Whoa!
the little things should move, or he should jiggle a little.
I don't know if I was supposed to fall through the floor there. And look, I so badly want a wall jump. Roger, what's your take on the wall jump? Is that something that it's too late in the game?
So I hate wall jumping. I think it's for people who don't love their mothers. But yeah, no, I love wall jumping. I think wall jumping can be great, but it might be too late in the game to add it, especially if it breaks the levels.
Yeah, unfortunately, it would break a lot of our levels.
Okay.
And in replacement of the wall jump, we have, we have the fan, as well as we have a dash pickup that hasn't been implemented in some levels, but it will add sort of it'll satisfy that wall jump need.
Yeah. I'd say the only reason I'm hung up on it though is because of that. It makes me so sad because I want to get up to that. That looks like a checkpoint to me, and I really want to get to it because I like checkpoints, and I can hang on to it, but then I'm stuck.
Okay.
Okay, Ryan just asked me to increase the volume of our guests. Let's do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't increase it on my side.
So that'll increase it, but I now have to take off my earphones a little bit. So, is that better? Yeah, so...
Alright, that's the game sound is too loud.
Yeah, the game sound... So it's not letting me... No, see, I can figure this out. Smart enough.
I think your game also needs is, because you're not breadcrumbing and you're not using coins, you need to motivate the players somehow, and the cheapest way to motivate the player is going to be through narrative bits. So if at the start of your level, it just says, help Slimy get to the end to gather more information about how to escape the lab. Right?
Okay.
So there's a bit, there's a time to add charm in the beginning of these levels that will also serve a mechanical benefit for you. So if the level, like for example, if this level was called Pipe Maze, Slimy in his quest to get home is stuck in the pipe maze. Help him navigate through this without getting burned, right? And then on the next one, Slimy realized his mother is caught in the whatever. But like what is the story of Shattered Slime?
Is that a rhetorical question? Is that
No. Is he trying to get? Is he trying? It doesn't have to be a big story.
Yeah.
Is he trying to escape a lab? Is he trying to rescue a princess?
So
what's the story?
Yeah. So the general story is that Slime, he's from a different place. And when he came to the world that he's in now, he's been taken and put into this lab to be studied. But then, something happens. All of a sudden, this lab is abandoned, and he's just trying to find his way out, right?
Awesome.
And he does that through platforming and all that other stuff.
I love it. Is he alien slime?
I was thinking more like, he came from the land of fantasy, and then he found this portal or something like that, and then all of a sudden he appeared in this world.
So think about all of the late 80s, early 90 games that are platformers or brawlers.
Mm-hmm.
What they do at the very beginning of the game is they give you a small wall of text and then a tiny paragraph of text before each level, and that motivates you, right? And so if you say, Slimy started off in a dimension of fantasy, went through the wrong portal, and ended up in the lab. The lab is abandoned. Help Slimy get back home. And then you can have a beautiful drawn piece of slime art behind it. And then the next level is called the Tube Adventure. Slimy has made it to the tubes, has made it underground into the sewers. Help Slimy escape the sewers. The lab level. Slimy needs to collect, or Slimy needs to get to the end of this level, or needs to get out of the lab in order to get to the portal. Help him escape without getting slashed on the tubes, whatever, right? But I think that because and normally, frequently, you don't need those kinds of help, but because you have nothing to guide the player to the end of the level, right? There's no design, there's no breadcrumbing, there's no godlight, there's no whatever. You're just going to you are now required to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's not even about adding story to the game, it's about adding instruction to the game. And the easiest way to add instruction is through story. So players do what they're told or do what they're led to do. And you haven't told them what to do or led them to do a thing. And so collectibles are one way of doing it. Power-ups and progression are another way of doing it. The cheapest way to do it is a placard or a billboard at the beginning or a screen with a tiny bit of text, and it tells the player what to do.
Yep.
Avoid the water. Do this. Do that. Slimy is in this world. He's going to have to rely on his balloon skill in order to get out of here.
Arrows work, right?
Yeah, arrows work. Yeah. But I do think that you have a universe, and so you might as well tell the player a little bit about the universe. Not a narrative game, but just like any of those action games that's like even with Mario, right? They say, help Mario save the princess.
Yeah, I love the charm that brings.
Yeah, and I think you can charm, like I said, I think you can charm it up.
Yeah, I'm 100% on with Roger. Similar to like what we just played with Greedy, the game is there, but you're not. It's now a huge readability and it's a player enticement issue, right? It's like you have to encourage me to travel through this world, like to explore and get to the end with no explanation or just to wander isn't enough of incentive. So you've always got to be keeping them feeling like they're rewarded throughout, like whether it's through a tricky puzzle, some breadcrumbing, anything like that will help a lot.
Agreed. And any hokey thing, like you can imagine, how many are you imagining? 4 levels or 6 levels?
Currently we have a lot of levels that we're kind of sifting through, and we're just trying to find the best. So right now we don't have a set number.
Let's pretend like you had 20.
All right.
You could add a metagame component where at the end of every level they get a piece of a puzzle, and then all those pieces of the puzzle get assembled at the end of the game when they have their 20.
Ah, yeah.
Right? And it has nothing to do with the actual game itself, but it's a picture of Slimy at home, all happy with his 18 million slime kids. Right? And they're all cheering and he's so happy, right? But you just show up, and then again, you don't even have to do this mechanically. You can just show a picture of a puzzle piece at the end of every level, and at the end of it, you show the assembled puzzle.
Yeah.
You don't have to animate them. You don't have to have a puzzle mechanic or anything. It's just a screen.
So,
but those kinds of things again, how do you get progression for free? That's how you get progression for free.
Okay.
How do you get breadcrumbing for free? Arrows.
Checkpoints, like, so, and this isn't like a Mario thing, but this is a side scroller, so that it relates. Like kind of most games have progression. You get a checkpoint, you feel like you've made it. Okay, I've made it to this point. Now I don't have to repeat the first third of this level anymore, right? It keeps me playing because if I quit, I'll lose my progression, and I want to get to the end. Once you figured out, okay, we have checkpoints, we have breadcrumbing, we have arrows, and I'm just going to ask you guys, because we didn't make it to the end of that level, what happens at the end of the level? Is it a door? Is there some kind of vat of goo you jump into? What do you currently have?
So we currently have a sort of like an elevator that you take, and when you run into it, the level ends, and so it's like implying that you move on to another section.
Perfect. So make that, put some, just like with the extra animations we need, pay off that ending sequence of that elevator. Now that goes at the end of every single one of your levels, and the player will be rewarded. Reuse this asset. The trick is, whether you have 1 or 20 levels, if you have all the components and make sure they're tuned, every single level will be fun. They'll just be different difficulty levels.
Yeah. Do you have time to play another level, Gabe?
Of Shattered Slime?
Mm-hmm.
I've got all the time in the world for you guys.
Play level 1, baby.
Let's do it.
I'd recommend that.
But I couldn't agree with game more. Think about like Sonic, right? At the end of every level, he runs past that sign and it spins.
Yeah.
Level Slime does a little dance and then goes in the elevator. People will freak.
Okay, good news. I think I'm actually able to adjust the sound and keep your voices loud. So,
All right.
Look at you, Sound Master DJ.
but 3D Mentor will be the judge of that. Okay, so I'm in my little lab here, and I can still suction on the. I so badly want to crawl up it because I'm a slime. Okay, what do you think about like a little slime trail that follows you behind and disappears?
So that's actually we have a particle that hasn't been attached yet, and we're planning to have that attached very soon.
So his jump feels pretty good in here. You can tell this had been set up. Like this is a full jump. Feels nice. And if you miss that jump, this is smart level design. You have this little platform below it, so if you're not good enough, you can jump right back up to this one. Nice work.
Although I don't understand the room.
That's because you're a plebe.
So in the start, this would be like sort of an introduction to the jump, and
But is it like a storage room or what is it?
we are currently like set dressing levels, so
Okay.
it's to be determined.
So a broken
It'll
bottle.
usually just be
Yeah.
a lab, just an experiment chamber with a table,
Yep.
potions on the whatnot.
But this is the story time that Roger's talking about. You could have a little broken bottle there where you've emerged from, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you got to emerge from broken bottle.
Oh,
Well,
for
the,
sure. Oh,
Or a cage or a sandwich.
A beaker.
the purple things are shelves, say, on the walls, then up
Yeah,
to the top
totes.
right's a vent.
Yeah,
Escape.
Oh, look. So I thought I couldn't go underwater, but I can. So this is where you should teach me to use the... Correct me if I'm wrong. Shouldn't the slime float on this?
So that way in the beginning, that wasn't something we thought, but we decided that the only one that should be able to float is the light state.
Okay.
So what is the brick used for then?
Sinking
Faster?
sinking faster, falling faster, and eventually controlling your jump height.
But
So-
you can sink without the brick.
Yeah.
And not very slowly. You sink pretty fast without the brick.
You're going to hate this. Should we get rid of the brick? I don't see a real need for the brick.
Like, is there any condition in your game that requires the brick?
One of the levels currently in the lab features a lot of brick use. In particular, you noticed how it has a lower jump height.
Yeah.
That's used a lot in order to get around tighter spaces and whatnot. Additionally, it was also intended so that the heavy state is effectively immune to the wind tunnel. So the primary difference between water and wind is how it affects the normal state.
So it's too late for this, but the brick really needs to be a ground pound.
Oh, yeah. There's also a breakable platform that hasn't been used yet. That's being finalized. So it's coming. It's gonna.
Right, because you've built a rock, paper, scissors game, and so they each need to beat something,
Okay.
right? Rather than just being variables of each other.
And so, Roger, you're not playing, but I when I hit J and K, I don't know which one I'm transforming into. It scrolls through the different patterns. It's not set to either one. So Ray, when you move this to a controller, one needs to be brick, one needs to be jump, one needs to be balloon, and maybe
4
that.
buttons, just use them.
Yeah. And this is this a checkpoint? The little things?
The Tesla coil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also have a particle effect for readability that's gonna.
Oh, what happened there? Can I not touch the ground? Okay, the red kills me. Fair enough.
So you
Oh,
need,
messed
you
up.
need a little bit more feedback on that death. So it should be a tiny bit slower, and it needs an animation of some sort.
Yeah, it needs to splash.
Yeah.
Or he needs to shatter, right? Isn't that? Yeah, this is interesting, this button below the... Okay.
Hit that button, dog.
I hit it, and now I'm guessing I'm supposed to... I thought maybe there'd be an exit up here. Was that the end?
No.
The end is near.
Shouldn't have reached the end yet.
What? I don't know what that button did.
We don't have the ability yet to do little cutscenes that would show it, but you might notice now that you're in this central chamber that the top is now open.
Oh, okay. I'm not smart enough to know that.
All good.
It all...
I think some of the tools needed to deliver this feedback.
So it's backtrack to get up there, and then
Yeah.
You
See, I...
effectively unlock the gate.
Okay. So this... Okay. So is this a... So can I... Not that one. So I can jump. Perfect. Okay, do I go down or up? Oh,
What are those red things going to be?
that's so
Going to
the...
be
The plan is for them to be ice, thus shattered slime. You shatter on contact with ice, but currently there were some readability issues with the blue water and the light blue ice.
Yeah.
So they're currently red, so that you can see them better.
Okay. Oh, so okay, that's where I open these. Okay.
But I mean, if you can't get your ice to read, just make them spikes.
We do have spikes
Yeah.
in our levels, but we just haven't put those in this level yet. Also, their shape might be an issue with how the rectangular head is designed. Well, you will see if you go into a different level.
So this water part's really fun. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and that needs to. I need to go in there. The elevator needs to close. I don't understand the slime getting into the elevator metaphor, but that's what you have. But so it needs to have all of the bells and whistles on that. Because right now, just switch to the next one. I want that little reward that I feel like I've accomplished. That was a lot of fun. I still think there's some readability issues with those gates and what they're doing. And I still want to be led a little more. I want to be told where to go. Platformers aren't. And this is my sensibilities. I hate wandering discovery platformers. They're just not fun to me because you can't see what is off the screen. So it's just a constant slog of like searching. But if you're told and it's a little bit more linear, like this one was, it's a lot more fun.
Agreed. I thought that level, that design of that level was great, right? I thought it went really well. It had good flow, readability issues with those enemy things. And then also, like right now, lock your mechanics, call it good, just charm the snot out of this thing, right? Like that character needs to sing, right? Like he needs to be just the cutest little thing in the world, and that's going to come through animations. So he needs some animations. Then you need more feedback on death, of course. And then, yeah, I think that you're going to have to tell the player what they're supposed to do through a placard or something. Otherwise, you leave them to assume too much.
Yeah. Okay.
Really fun though. I'm glad I played the first level, because the first level is obviously played more. It's obviously play tested more, and you can tell it's been tuned a lot more. So I'm glad I played the less polished level. Not bad, the less polished level, because then I could complain about the make more obvious comments about the readability issues that aren't as obvious in the first one, but it still needs all that love to do exactly what Roger said, which is to really just charm it, just enrich the play space that you have with what you have without adding new options. But really good job.
Yeah, and one of the things that's going to get people excited, like one of the things you should charm first is this screen. It'll get your team excited. It'll get you excited. If every time a pretty front door allows you to ignore an ugly entryway. So let's make this screen pop.
Yeah, pop it up.
Awesome.
Pop. Okay, awesome. Well, you know what? It's 3:20, Mr. Roger. I think we have
I think that's it.
An appointment in the Zoom. Good job, everybody. You were all amazing. Anybody who's not in Capstone who stopped by this awesome stream, Roger and I are going to be doing this every couple of weeks, and so we'll have more games to play. This is our chance to hype up our students' games as well as give them critique, because game design is fun, and it's our philosophy that games shouldn't just be submitted for assignment. They need to be played. They need to be shown off.
100% agree. Game design is fun, and this is the most fun I've had with video games today. These are my two favorite games of the day.
Me too. And I've already played several.
Yeah, and you should go play Shattered Slime. There's a link in the chat. You can play this level, and they actually would love to hear your feedback. So play it, support student games, and have yourselves a good day.
Yeah. To point that out, every time you need feedback on a game, you are helping make it better. So yeah, we love critique.
Every time you leave feedback, a game designer gets its wings.
Indeed. All right, signing off.